All right, everyone, here we are with Workhorse Group Inc., Wkhs. Before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So, Workhorse, as I've stated previously, and I want to state this to all the first-time viewers and investors, very important number for the bulls is $31 and some change. I like to round it down to $31. Because once we get there, we can zoom in and take a closer look. But right now, $31 is a pivotal changing moment for the bulls. For this to start to reach newer highs and newer levels of resistance. Obviously, in the works with this bullish run, there's a contract supposedly happening, right? And it became very bearish. I guess people started taking profits, uncertainty in the market overall, or just cashing out. Everybody that got in at this point or even around this point cashed out on profits as this was going down. And as investors, right, even if you were feeling bullish, you started to see this fall. You started putting stop losses. And as time went on, more and more investors, even though they didn't want to get out, started to see a moment to have to get out before they also were having to cut their losses. So very important to keep that in mind, that this had to do with profits. There was uncertainty. The bears took over, and as bulls or bears started to see this stock slowly fall, they had to make a decision, and that's where this catalyst continued, and it reached lows down here at $20 and some change. So very important number way down here as well, because if it breaks through that, it will start to see newer lows. From that point forward, we actually finally saw the bulls appear, and they broke through the 50-day moving average and started to do a really good job at having a bullish run. Now, yesterday, we saw the bears appear and level this off slightly above the 50-day moving average. Now, it ended the day here, and it leveled off with a little bit of bear, and today, the day just started with the bears dominating this and bringing it down to newer lows. So super important to keep that in mind, that right now we're below the 50-day moving average, and the bears started dominating this since yesterday, bringing it down from these highs. So if we zoom in here, $28.60 is super important for the bulls right now, and a more zoomed in picture within the last couple of days, and being the highest point reached in this bullish run. So $28.60 does need to be broken through so that this can start to work its way up to newer highs. And to be exact, it's $28.63. Anywhere around that range, this needs to be broken through, turn into a support, so the bulls can start to work their way up to newer highs and start to hit newer levels to reach that 31 mark and continue to rise and hit newer highs after reaching that. So let's go ahead and see here what we want to see for tomorrow. So support has changed slightly, and our resistance has changed. So support is literally a couple of cents below the closing price, and if not, probably within the same cent range, just to the hundreds or thousands place. So we're going to see that in just a second. But this closed off at its lowest point in the day. I mean, it started to break through newer lows, and the lowest point was touched slightly below the closing price of $25.12. So very important to keep an eye on the support level as I go into it in just a second. But I'm going to start off with the 50-day moving average. It's 26.76. 26.76, as long as we're below it, the bears are in control. The moment we break through it, the bulls have gained control again, getting back into bullish territory, but they need to turn that into a support and start to break through the first resistance level, which is 27.32, to work their way further away from the 50-day moving average and confirm they've reached bullish territory, and they're going to have momentum from there. But before even worrying about any of that, the first resistance level that the bulls need to break through, and does not confirm that the bulls have gained control until they break through the 50-day moving average. That's why I stated it earlier, 26.76. But the first resistance level is 26.16. They need to turn that into a support by breaking through it and start to work their way up to newer highs. Again, if the bulls break through 26.16, it does not signify that the bulls have gained control. It just gives us a sense of direction of where this is going, and if they can turn this into a support, they could be on their way to breaking through the 50-day moving average and getting back into bullish territory. Now, on the other hand, like I said, our support level is super close to the closing price. This is the lowest point reached in the day, and it is 25.08. The bears are going to want to break through that. Obviously, if they break through it, we're already in bearish territory, and that just confirms that the bears are dominating this, trying to bring this down to newer lows and newer support levels. Now, if that gets broken through, the next support level would be down here at around 24.28, and that is the lowest point before this run when it was leveling off. 24.28 could be another reference to keep in mind, but before getting there, 25.08 is actually one of the most important numbers, and as we could see here, one of the lowest points in the day when it actually leveled off here and rose up again. The lowest point before the run continued was at 25.06, so it's not that far away from this support level. So this support level will let us know if it's going to get closer to 25.06, and if it breaks through both of those and it starts hitting newer lows, this will see new support levels, and the bears are going to do everything it takes to dominate this and pull this away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. So as of right now, we're in bearish territory. I keep a very close eye, and I want to emphasize how important it is to pay close attention to the behavior of this stock if 25.08 gets broken through, which is our support, and see if the bulls try to reappear or if this is quickly moving down to newer lows. Super important. Keep in mind, even if the bulls reappear, that's great to stop it from hitting newer lows, but the bulls need to break through 26.16, and that still doesn't state that the bulls have gained any momentum or control until they break through 26.76. Keep that in mind as well. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. And if you feel encouraged to really be part of this channel and not miss out on a single video that I post, click on the bell. By clicking on the bell, you turn on all notifications to not miss a single video, and that way you'll be up to date on every single chart analysis that I post. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index, and I go into further detail in the video, but I want to go ahead and summarize it as quickly as possible here in this video so that you know what I'm talking about. So in the S&P 500, there's 500 ticker symbols to choose from. So you'll have to do your due diligence and research. But what I'm talking about in this video is a technique that I've used, and it's gone very well for me as an investor to make anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. And how? Well, there are scheduled dates that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. And a lot of my investors and viewers in this channel so far have watched those videos and commented back. And one of these days, I'm actually going to do highlights of those people speaking about the results that they've gotten. And anybody that wants to go ahead and share down below, you're more than welcome to. I really appreciate it, because I want more investors to be well equipped and know that there's an opportunity to take profits here as the market is going down and even as it's going up. As long as these Federal Reserves are pumping the market, we still have an opportunity to make profits. And I know 30 cents to $3 doesn't sound like a lot, but like I always say, profits are profits, and they're on scheduled dates, and usually within the 500 ticker symbols to choose from of the S&P 500 index. If the S&P is moving several points, well, within those 500 companies, they're moving 30 cents to $3. So check out the video. You have to do your due diligence and research. I'm not here to tell you to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just here to enlighten every single investor and viewer on the great news that there's an opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. Check it out. The video should be popping up soon. If it hasn't already, click on it. And don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watched this video, and share this with all your friends and community. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.